You know, I think we're all a little bit nervous about pruning evergreen shrubs, but really it's not that difficult. You just have to kind of look at the structure of the plant, and sometimes you have to rein them in because they've gotten overgrown. This is a beautiful rosemary plant on the side of this raised bed, but it's gotten kind of big.
It really has, Judy. Now, one of the things we want to show you is that underneath here, you can see that someone had the really good idea of cutting it back hard at some point, but then it was never maintained year after year. So once again, it just got out of control. Now, anytime you're pruning a woody shrub, you know, a lot of people get concerned because they're afraid that they're going to prune it too hard or it'll die back, but it's really simple, and most of them aren't going to be bothered. So we're going to take a pretty deep cut here and just cut that back to see where our shape goes, and maybe one more here.
And then you can kind of step back and see where to do finer cuts.
Yeah, and then once you get the harder wooded ones up that have some size to them, Judy can start pruning with the little hand pruner there. Now, a couple of things to remember. We are cutting this one right now, and it's just setting buds. So you're going to lose most of the blooms this year, and you don't have to do it now. You could wait for several weeks until it does bloom and come back in and cut them too, as with most woody plants. But the benefit of deciduous shrubs that are woody is you can actually see the limbs without the leaves. So that helps a little bit to do it at this time of year.
So William and I are going to prune back this rosemary, and we'll be back and show you what we did.
So now you can see that we've actually cut quite a lot off of this rosemary hedge here. Now back here we left this one so you could really get a visual of the difference. Now if you do see a bunch of the older wood down there, don't be concerned about that, because time will start growing the plant again and it'll fill in.
Yeah, this was one plant I think you can do a lot of severe pruning on. This branch here I'm going to leave a little bit just because it's rosemary, and you might want to use it in the kitchen for some kind of a cooking dish later in the day.
Now, you know, with the very few exceptions, you can do this to almost any hard-wooded shrub. One of those exceptions is like lavender, so you don't want to cut way down on that. There's some specific guidelines there.
And if you have any questions about any of your shrubs before you prune, go to your independent garden center and ask that question.